Imagine setting off on an exciting journey to Southeast Asia as a digital nomad, dreaming of sunny beaches, vibrant cultures, and productive workdays, only to be hit with a devastating scam that wipes out your savings and shatters your plans. That's the harsh reality facing many aspiring remote workers in Thailand, Indonesia, and the Philippines right now. But here's where it gets controversial. While governments are scrambling to roll out enticing visa programs, are they doing enough to protect newcomers from the sharks lurking in the shadows? Stick around as we dive deep into these shocking visa scams, revealing the pitfalls that could derail your nomadic dreams, and maybe challenge your views on how these destinations handle remote work migration. Published on November 6, 2025. As the digital nomad lifestyle explodes in popularity, especially across Southeast Asia, we're witnessing a troubling surge in visa scams targeting eager travelers in Thailand, Indonesia, and the Philippines. These spots, celebrated for their welcoming setups for remote professionals, are unfortunately becoming hotspots for deceitful schemes. Although official sources haven't confirmed these reports with formal investigations, the flood of stories on platforms like Reddit, online forums, and travel groups has created a palpable sense of unease among the global remote work crowd. For beginners just dipping their toes into this nomadic world, it's worth noting that these scams often exploit the excitement of new visa options, turning what should be a straightforward process into a minefield of confusion and loss. Thailand's battle against bogus visa offerings. Thailand stands out as one of the hardest-hit areas, where the legitimate destination Thailand visa, DTV, designed specifically for long-term stays by remote workers, has been hijacked by fraudsters. These opportunists have crafted countless fake websites and phony visa bundles, baiting unsuspecting adventurers into shelling out hefty sums for non-existent perks or worthless paperwork. Take the tales shared on Reddit and Thai travel communities. Folks recount encounters with shady online consultants who vow foolproof visa approvals. Many ended up forking over hundreds, sometimes thousands, of dollars, only to get fake docs or radio silence. The trick? Scammers use non-official domains like .com or .online to mimic the real deal, steering people clear of official sites. This makes spotting genuine services versus fakes incredibly tough, especially for those new to visa hopping. And this is the part most people miss. Even with the Thai government's crackdowns, a lack of education for first-timers keeps the door wide open for these predators, leading to mounting worries among travelers dependent on the country's long-stay programs. Indonesia's challenges with its remote worker permit. Indonesia isn't far behind, wrestling with problems tied to its fresh E33G remote worker visa. Launched to draw in long-term remote pros, this program's buzz has exploded in the digital nomad scene. Yet, as interest skyrockets, so do the shady middlemen peddling dubious help to hopeful applicants. Stories abound of digital nomads getting hooked by phishing emails demanding off-the-books payments, bypassing the official evisa.imigrasi.go ID portal. Some of these hustlers even dangle false promises of tax breaks for rushed processing, claims that Indonesia's immigration folks have never backed. They capitalize on the hype around the visa, targeting those who aren't clued in on the proper steps. As more nomads pour into Indonesia, lured by its blossoming remote work scene, these scams breed widespread irritation and doubt, eroding trust in the visa system and throwing up avoidable barriers for honest seekers. Beginners, take note, understanding the official process up front can save you from these traps. Think of it like double-checking a map before a hike to avoid getting lost. The Philippines and the notorious fixer ruses. Over in the Philippines, a brand new digital nomad visa rollout is unfolding step by step through 2025, but scams are already rearing their ugly heads. Applicants report run-ins with dodgy fixers, agents who claim insider embassy ties and offer fast-track slots or paid interviews for a bribe. These fixers swear they can grease the wheels for quicker approvals, hinting at government shortcuts. But the Philippine authorities have made it crystal clear, no such perks exist officially, and these services are totally unauthorized. Still, plenty of victims bite, adding extra stress to an already daunting application journey. With demand for the Philippines' affordable, remote-friendly vibe growing, these fixer frauds prey on the rush for speed, exploiting eager nomads. And here's a controversial twist. Some argue that these fixers might actually be filling a gap in an overburdened system. Could they be an unofficial workaround in a region where bureaucracy often slows things down? We invite you to debate that in the comments. The rising fragility of the digital nomad scene. Insiders in the digital nomad world point out that these scams reflect deeper weaknesses in Southeast Asia's expanding remote work hub. New visas, a booming digital workforce, and inexperience with applications create a perfect storm for exploitation. This hits newcomers hardest. Those fresh to remote life might overlook the dangers of third-party payments, making them prime targets. To clarify for beginners, official channels are your safest bet. Think of them as the secure highway versus risky backroads. In response, experts advise sticking to government sites for applications and skipping unverified payments. Plus, verify helpers via embassies or reliable communities to dodge pitfalls. A bit of diligence can shield you from these schemes. The expanding digital nomad visa trend and its escalating dangers. As digital nomad visas spread further in Southeast Asia, so do the associated risks. Nations are keen to welcome remote talent, but they need to safeguard against bogus agents and phony sites. Governments in the Philippines, Indonesia, and Thailand should ramp up awareness drives to guide nomads to official paths, curbing scam fallout and ensuring only legit interactions. Stronger ties between immigration teams and online groups could spot and block fake sites early. For anyone eyeing Southeast Asia as a nomad base, vigilance is key. Keep tabs on visa updates and scam alerts. As this sector matures, calls for tighter rules and clearer processes will only grow stronger. Subscribe to our newsletters. https://www.travelandtourworld.com/subscription. What do you think? Are these scams a sign that digital nomad visas are too tempting for fraudsters, or do governments need to step up with better protections before more people get burned? Do you have a horror story or a controversial take on whether fixers provide a necessary service in inefficient systems? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear where you stand.